Due to the potential revelations upon dismantling these locations, the extent of which remains unknown, the discovery made by Andrea Freeman and her team had a significant impact. In the initial episode of The Lincoln Lawyer's second season, they uncovered a pair of gardening gloves from Lisa's residence stained with the victim's blood. This finding slightly tilted the scales in favor of the prosecution. Mickey comprehended that the rest of the case would be an uphill battle, requiring him to operate at his highest level. Despite Mickey's wholehearted efforts for Lisa's defense, moments arose when he questioned her motives due to her consistent withholding of vital information. The segment involving Henry Dahl had sown seeds of suspicion in Mickey's mind. Nevertheless, his affection for Lisa enabled him to conquer his doubts. Mickey's current beacon of hope hinged on proving that Alex Grant harbored a strong motive to target Mitchell Bondurant and aimed to shift the blame entirely on Lisa Trammell. Now let's delve into the events of part 2 of The Lincoln Lawyer's second season. How did Mickey outsmart Alex Grant? After being assaulted in the parking garage, Mickey not only lost consciousness, but also the contract signed with Henry Dahl went missing. Izzy discovered Mickey unconscious by his car and promptly rushed him to the hospital. Wrestling with guilt as it was her actions that had handed the Lincoln's keys to Henry Dahl, Izzy approached Mickey and offered to step down if he wished. Mickey, recognizing the importance of having steadfast allies for the impending legal battle, opted not to dismiss her. Among his companions, Izzy was the most reliable. Meanwhile, in part 2 of The Lincoln Lawyer's second season, Cisco's investigation continued, revealing a connection between Henry Dahl and Alex Grant. David Weber, an executive producer under Henry, also served as the frontman for a company owned by Alex Grant. Mickey was determined to bring Alex Grant to trial, suspecting collusion between Henry Dahl and Alex Grant. With Alex Grant expressing interest in purchasing a painting, Mickey coerced a customer named Sam into crafting a fake website to entice him. Falling into the trap, Alex Grant's visit exposed the ruse, highlighting that he had been lured to provide fingerprints for his indictment. In the ongoing legal matter concerning Mitchell Bondurant, a series of events unfolded. First, Alex Grant put forth a motion to quash the subpoena, aiming to invalidate it. Meanwhile, Mickey devised a daring strategy, understanding that its success could result in Alex's involvement in the trial. The entire crux of Mickey's argument hinged on Alex's response to the legal situation. However, Alex chose not to exercise his Fifth Amendment rights or any other protective measures and subsequently withdrew his motion. Alex Grant's objective was to disprove any involvement in suspicious activities, as indicated in a message from Mitchell Bondurant dated January 10th of that year. Mickey's calculated risk paid off, although the presiding judge reminded him that substantiated his claims was essential and theatrical tactics wouldn't suffice. Mickey needed concrete evidence demonstrating Alex Grant's potential motive to harm Mitchell Bondurant. Given Alex's cautious nature, Mickey was well aware that discovering damning evidence against him wouldn't be a straightforward task. An opportune moment arose during episode 7 of season 2 of The Lincoln Lawyer. An FBI target letter was left at Mickey's doorstep, offering a potential breakthrough after much searching. Mickey grasped the potential value of this target letter in portraying Alex Grant in a less than noble light. The crucial step was to authenticate the target letter, signed by Agent Felix Vasquez. Cisco was assigned to ascertain its legitimacy. Although Felix Vasquez didn't explicitly disclose details to Cisco, it indirectly confirmed the letter's authenticity. Felix Vasquez was called as a witness and required to testify. Despite Andrea Freeman's efforts to emphasize that receiving a target letter didn't inherently imply involvement in illicit activities, Mickey recognized the pivotal moment and successfully raised doubt about Alex Grant's intentions and motives. Mickey adeptly orchestrated the situation, anticipating moves and counter-moves to gain an advantageous position. He demonstrated Alex's ongoing communication with his incarcerated father, Sasha Kazarian, showcasing this aspect as evidence. He blocked the testimony of Andrea's witnesses to prevent them from swaying the jury's decision. His second goal was to demonstrate that Lisa Trammell was unjustly accused. Mickey understood that he didn't need to prove Lisa's complete innocence. Rather, he aimed to establish that the evidence against her lacked conclusiveness. Andrea's strategy included attempting to reveal that Lisa frequently lost her temper, using the testimony of Lisa's neighbor to support her case. In court, she successfully showed that one of Lisa's employees quit due to her disruptive behavior. Andrea did present a solid argument, even pointing out that Lisa had once tracked Mitchell's movements. However, Mickey's dramatic finale stole that spotlight. Introducing Alex Grant as a witness, he managed to create a more captivating narrative than Andrea had. Ultimately, the core issue was the absence of definitive evidence. While there were a murder weapon and bloodied gloves, they didn't definitively prove Lisa's guilt. Doubt was effectively cast, leading to Lisa Tramel's acquittal in The Lincoln Lawyer's second season. Was Lisa Tramel the one who killed Mitchell Bondurant? Towards the case's conclusion, Mickey leaned toward the possibility that Walter Kim, who had previously testified in court, might have been influenced by Alex Grant to murder Mitchell Bondurant. Adding to the intrigue, the sheriff's office discovered Kim's blood on Mitchell's boots, and Andrea Freeman informed Mickey that a piece of glass found came from Kim's car. Andrea noted that this was one of the rare instances where Mickey was safeguarding an innocent person. After careful consideration, Mickey chose not to pursue Kim. His client was already free, and the FBI was gearing up to investigate Alex Grant. However, the narrative took a twist in the finale of The Lincoln Lawyer's second season. Mickey learned that the man who had posed as Lisa's husband, Jeff, was actually a former chef from her restaurant. Jeff Tramel had initiated divorce proceedings 11 years prior, but oddly, he had retracted the request and subsequently vanished. Mickey's realization that an imposter was used by Lisa to pose as her husband raised suspicions. Mickey confronted Lisa and informed Detective Raymond Griggs to search Lisa's residence, with Lorna tipping off the detective. Mickey came to the unsettling realization that Lisa was the one responsible for Jeff's death, having buried his body in her backyard. The upcoming season, if it materializes, promised to reveal whether Mickey's suspicions hold true. The unwavering confidence of the Lincoln Lawyer adds to our belief that Raymond will uncover significant evidence. Lorna had her reservations about Lisa, suspecting her involvement in the businessman's murder. Mickey also detected something amiss about Lisa's demeanor. Presently, both Mickey and Lorna were hesitant to pursue this lead, likely due to their anticipation of Lisa's inevitable conviction for Jeff's murder. Although the formal announcement of the third season is pending, the presence of a fresh case for Mickey Haller indicates its likelihood. As Lincoln Lawyer's second season concluded, Mickey found himself with a new assignment, aiding Julian LaCrosse, an inmate at the West Hollywood Sheriff's Station. To Mickey's surprise, Julian disclosed that his late friend Giselle Dallinger had recommended seeking Mickey's help when in trouble. Tragically, Julian now stood accused of Janelle's murder.